Hello everybody. Hello. Happy Easter of Sunday of March 31st of 2024. Welcome. I'll tell you something before we get down to the exact business of a Scorpio. We're going to check about this Scorpio kind of reading that I'm going to impose. Let me tell you a story about Easter. And I met basically seen seen the real is real. So about 10 years ago, in what year? In 2012, when I was 16 years old, when I was a lot cuter back then, I lived with, my parents, right? And it was Easter. It was maybe between a Sunday, maybe close to there. And so I was like thinking what's happening. Like, you know how you seen like you don't believe in the Easter Bunny, but you do believe in the Easter Bunny. Okay, well, so I'm gonna tell you anyway. I was sleeping in a loft bed. Now, a loft bed is like high up, right? Like, you have your ladder, you have the loft bed. Loft bed is you have a bed on top and then you have nothing on the bottom, okay? And so this was like probably early morning, way early morning, like around maybe 6:30, quarter 7 in the morning, somewhere around there. Anyway, I'm sleeping, and while I'm sleeping, you can imagine that you could hear things in your ears, right? Well, anyway, I'm sleeping and I'm looking towards not my right side. Well, okay, my right side was the wall, and the left side was where the floor is and everything else. And I used to live in my parents' you know, and in the house, and I was in my own bedroom and all that, right? Well, anyway, while I'm sleeping, I look towards my right side. I'm sleeping between a white wall, and I'm sleeping. About a few minutes later, I'm hearing something, and there's something that's underneath my pillow. Now, you get that little nudge through the pillow, right? And there's something that's nudging you. And you don't know what it is. You don't know what was happening, right? You don't, right? And you still are asleep because you know what was happening, right? So while I'm hearing this, while I'm looking at the wall here, and I don't know what was happening over here where my bed was, and I'm sleeping and with the pillow, right? And I'm sleeping like this here, and I'm sleeping that way. Well, all of a sudden, I'm getting a little bit nudge, and now all of a sudden there's a chocolate bunny. Now, chocolate is, good, right? And it's a good sized bunny too, right? And so while I see the chocolate bunny, I'm thinking, oh my lord, there's something that I don't know if it's a real Easter bunny or not. And so the chocolate bunny's there. I'm thinking, okay, he put it there. So now, while I shifted my head towards the wall, shifted back towards my, where under my pillow is, I look, appeared to look, and I looked down, and there was a big, huge size, like about this feet, this tall, here. It was a big, huge Easter bunny. Like it was real, very real. White, black eyes, and then all of a sudden it looked at me. I looked at him. I didn't say whatever. I said hi or maybe. All of a sudden it looked at me and poof, he was out. It was the fast, right? Because he was thinking to me, I'm going to see, you know, I'm not going to say my real name, but I'll say Zoe Alex. I'm going to see the Zoe Alex. And so he sees me And so when I perched, looked up and I looked down, and he looked at me about at least less than 5 or 10 seconds. He looked at me, I looked at him, and then poop, he disappeared. So that's why I believe in the Easter Bunny still. I know that, a lot of maybe children who don't believe in the Easter Bunny or anywhere, but you have to believe in order to take it. Now that was a beautiful Easter Bunny story, so that was great. Okay, so just to let you know that if you want to give it a like, give it a comment, go ahead. But anyway, I'm only going to tell you what was happening through the Scorpio situation, about the tarot, and then basically how it is. So if you want to give it a like, give it a comment. If you understand about the Easter Bunny, uh, you know, give it a question, give it a comment if you want, or give it a like, whatever. And if you're amazed or if you're shocked or it was real. So it was 10 years ago. It was like 2012. Like that was my story, okay? And it was real. It was real, not fake. No, it was just real. Like it was the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Nothing else but the truth, okay? So this is how it seems to be. I'll tell you what's happening with the tarot. I'll do the dice. I'll do the playing cards, whatever else. And then this is going to be interesting. So I hope everyone will have a good Easter. Give it a like, give it a comment, and this is how it seems to be. So this is not going to be a long video, but this is how it is. And I will be drinking my coffee off and on because this is a wonderful reading. And let's get this new moon in Scorpio. Go deeper. So this is how it is. We're going to see what's happened and we're going to get started. So let's check this out. All right. So let's see. Let's see about this Scorpio. This how this was all began. Okay. Is because a Scorpio like this is a Scorpio like me, but who knows? It could be a Scorpio for everybody. So let's see. Let's see what these cards are. We have Seven of Waters, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, yeah, exactly right. So we know how that was, right? Over here we have Queen of Waters, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Relationship developed to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others, right? So this is how it seems to be. And let's see what about the crossed over. So we have Two of Water is a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. Yeah, it is, right? And over here, we have the Six of Earth. We have gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receive a loan, or paying off debts. Okay, that's interesting, right? This is how it would be. Over here, we have the King of Air is brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Seek your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Right? So it was good. Okay. And over here we have the Emperor. Archangel Michael is organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Okay, so this is like an interesting concept of how it is. Like there's water signs, there could be earth signs, there could be air signs. And all these signs were kind of correct. So you have to be based on how it is. Like everything is all based and everything is all, you know, critical and everything else, right? Because you get to that situation, right? So you think about that. You think that how everything was and how it's all decent and unnecessary and how it is, but it goes to that point. It's the way of how everything is all interesting of how it goes, right? Because you have to believe in what you're looking for. If you believe about how everything is and everything switched and whatever, this is how it seems to be. Everything has to be all connected and all deserved and all desired. And this is like almost a play by play situation, but this is how it is, right? So you see how it goes. You see, okay, everything seems to be fine. Everything is all, jigged and everything is all, interesting. And you see that as a wonderful feeling, okay? Because you think that everything's fine, everything's all great, everything is all expected. And you think how that was, right? Because you see it as almost your season greetings, or you think that there was something that was imposed in that situation. Um, and this is how it goes. So while I'm talking to you, it's the way of how everything is all confuffled and all, mixed matched, right? And you see that as a almost a pure imagination or something like that, right? Because you know how it was. So you see that as a based on how it goes, right, in that situation, because you want to see it how it seems to be, right? Because this is almost like a step forward, a step based, a step, uh, method and deserved and desired and whatnot. And you see it as a wonderful feeling. You see it as a projector. You see it as a balance. You can have a coordinate situation, and there's always a mixture of everything, right? Because you have to see it as in order to believe it. Because seeing is believing, believing is seeing, right? So let's check. So let's see. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Six of Swords reversed. Five of Cups reversed. The Death Card reversed. The Seven of Cups reversed, and we have the Devil that's reversed. But we only have the Five of Pentacles that's upright. Now that's interesting. Five of Pentacles is very interesting because it can type up money, it can type up poverty, it can be maybe you can be laying low. There's lots of things that are going on for Scorpio, right? And so you see that, you think that, okay, well, everything's fine. Not necessary, because now you have to check this out. You have to think, okay, well, what's going on here, right? So let's see. So I want to see what's happening with these cards here. You can know that this is going to be a long, not a very long reading, but I want to tell you what's happening here for Scorpio in this Easter and all that. So let's see. We have the Page of Swords that's upright, okay. Followed by you have the World that's upright for completion. You have the Knight of Cups reversed, okay. You have the King of Cups reversed, oh boy. You have the Hermit that's reversed, interesting. You have the Hierophant that's upright, and you have the Two of Pentacles that's upright. So this is like a almost interesting of how it is, right? Because there's a way of how you could be having faith, you could be interesting about how everything is a mashup, everything has to be all connected, all desired, all deserved, and there are things that you're trying to discover, right? Because this is a almost a uh, way of how it is. Like there's no exception whatsoever. But I want to check this out. I want to check how this card is, this card is, this card is. I want to see how those are. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords is upright. It's for understanding. Yeah, see, this is a way because you understand of how it goes. You understand how it kind of gives you the peer pressure and everything else, right? Because you see that. The King of Pentacles is upright, which means that you have security, right? Because you have security, you have your understanding, you know exactly which way you're going to go. And yet the Queen of Pentacles is upright is stability. Yeah, see, you know exactly what's happening because, there is always like season greetings. There's always, uh, step in the right direction. There are ways that you can be considered, you know, and there is a almost contrary of how everything is, right? Because this is not the stand-up situation. This is not a stand-up comedy. This is not no. But this is how it kind of is. It's the way of how you can balance, right? You can understand how it is because this is the main drag of how it is. Because what I'm saying is that you have to impose that situation, and if I do this oracle card now, it's of empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. That's basically perfectly true, because you see how everything is, right? It's a mashup of an opportunity, because you see how peaceful it is if you believe, if you have it as a good situation. It's, you're having a mini pause or whatever. It helps you to guide you of how it is, right? It's, you know, this is almost a way of how it is, right? Because you know exactly which side of a situation you're going through, left or right. You know, there are things that you're trying to consider because overall you're trying to do that, right? Because you're looking at how everything is, right? This is like a play-by-play situation, but it's not. Someone check out those cards here, those cards here. I'll leave that. I'll check this out. So we have, okay, so the moon that's reversed. We have the world that's upright. So you still have completion. Scorpios could have completion. The moon card reverse, I have no idea what that will be. And you have the judgment. See, now you're being judged because you have the correctness of having the world as completion, right? Because you're completing your own way. You have the mobility of how everything is, right? Because this is how everything is all good. Everything is not gonna be all judged and say that everything's all reckless and everything's all bad and whatever. It's the way of how you can switch, and if you're switching, you know what's happening, right? If you sit aside, you understand that, right? Because there's a mini pause or there could be a different way, but there are things that you're trying to consider, right? If you follow the right direction, you do that, right? If you look at both sides of the situation, you look at that, right? Whether someone's telling the truth, whether someone's lying to you, whatever, right? You look at those ways, right? It's considering the following, considering about how everything is, right? So, you know, it was very interesting of how it is. And we have the King of Swords reversed. Hmm. Still interesting about that card. What's upset about that card, please? See the death card that's reversed because you don't want to have a new beginning. Well, an ending. You don't want to have an ending. No, but you're trying to figure out what's happening. Let's see what's happening with that card. Knight of Pentacles is trust. Okay, so you're basically trusting your instincts. You're trusting that there was a way of how it is. Okay, so you're trusting your own gut here. Because you're looking at both sides of a situation. You're trying to have that spot of how you can make amends and see how everything changes. All right. Let's see how that card is. That card is. This card is. Let's see. Okay, so you have the 7 of Wands that's reversed. And check that out. This one you have the tower that's upright. Oh yeah, because you're having chaos. Like you know that there was something that was dragging you, and you're saying, ah, forget this. I don't know what to do. Everything is all crashing down. Now you have the King of Swords that's reversed. Yeah, see, this is like a bottom way of how it is because everything has to be all, good. Like this is not all goody two shoes, whatever. I don't know what it said, but it's the way of how everything is. Tell us about that card, please. Page of Swords is upright as education. Yeah, see, because you're getting educated, you know how you can do whatever you want to do. Like if you have trust, education, you learning about how everything is, right? I want to check. I want to see what's up about the King of Swords. Okay, so you have the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, so I want to see how that is because a Scorpio can be challenging for others, but then they have to realize that there was something happening. Yeah, let's see for that. For Scorpio, please. Six of Swords, movement. Yeah, because you have movement, you understand that there was a very interesting way of how it goes. Everything has to be all completed. Okay, so this is not what the universe is saying, but I'm trying to tell you what was happening, right? So we're kind of getting somewhere. We're kind of getting what was happening through a different way. So I want to see this. So the Seven of Swords is upright, okay, followed by the Ten of Swords is upright. So basically, you're feeling the burden because there was something that was happening and all that. The Eight of Swords is upright. Yeah, see, you feel like there was something that was changing your own interesting way, right? Like changing how skeptical it is. Because you see it as a wonderful way, right? Because while I'm talking about Scorpio here, it does make sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Because if it happens to you and you think that there was something that was coordinated, everything has to be all, smashed together, right? Because you see that as an opportunity, right? Whether if it's good or bad. So we're almost done with this reading. So this is how it seems to be. Now, the universe could be saying something else, right? Because universe would be saying that there was something happening. There would be a different way. But I want to see what the cards are saying. So I want to see what the universe is saying between these three cards here. I know this is a not very long reading, but I want to just tell you what's happening. Okay, so the Nine of Wands, that's reversed. So this is what the universe is saying. Okay. Page of Pentacles, that's reversed. Okay. Four of Pentacles, that's reversed. Yeah, see, Scorpio is kind of like saving money. He doesn't want to go into like there was chaos. There was something that was very interesting of how it was. Like he was saying, there's two ways of a situation where there was something was happening and then something wasn't, right? Because he thinks that there was something that was happening in one way or another, right? So that's what the universe is saying.